Astronomy is known to be the most fascinating of sciences. Starting from the beautiful scenery of planets locked in orbit around the Sun, to the catastrophic eruptions that take place in the Sun. This is exquisite, and you are welcome to this course on Introduction to Astronomy. In this module, we shall be learning about the origin of the solar system. But before we go deep into that, we shall start by knowing what the solar system is. The solar system consists mainly of the Sun, and the planets revolving around it. The Sun is at the center of the solar system, physically because it is by far the most massive object in the solar system. The Sun is in fact the heart of the solar system because it is the main controller of activities in the solar system. It is the main source of energy, and in fact the only object in our solar system that generates its own light. The objects next in hierarchy to the Sun are the planets. Unlike the Sun, the planets do not generate their own light. They revolve around the Sun in orbits that vary in distance from the Sun, starting from Mercury, which is the closest to the Sun, then Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. You may be wondering, how about Pluto? Pluto is no longer regarded as a major planet, but rather as a minor or dwarf planet. I will explain what this means in our class on Pluto. The first 4 planets are called the inner planets. They are relatively smaller in size, compared to the other planets. They are also called terrestrial planets because they have solid surfaces, just like our Earth. And they all have atmospheres, except Mercury, which does not. The last 4 planets are called the outer planets. They are also called gas giant planets because they are mostly huge, and consist mainly of gases. In the space between the inner planets and outer planets, we have a region called the Asteroid Belt. The Asteroid Belt contains numerous other objects in the solar system, known as asteroids. Asteroids are rocky materials out there in space, flying around the Sun just like planets, but they are much smaller than the planets. The asteroid belt also contains a dwarf planet, known as Ceres. Ceres is bigger than the asteroids, but it is smaller than the planets. The region immediately beyond Neptune is called the trans-Neptune region, or the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt contains lots of dwarf planets like Pluto, and several other objects known as Kuiper Belt objects. More than 1,000 Kuiper Belt objects have been discovered, and it is believed that there are more than 50,000 of them out there that are bigger than 100 kilometers across. The last, and outermost part of the solar system is called the Oort Cloud. The Oort Cloud is majorly known to contain icy objects, known as comets. Comets are balls that are made up of mostly ice. This is why they are sometimes referred to as dirty snowballs. There are other objects in the solar system that revolve around individual planets. They are known as satellites of the planets they revolve around. The Earth has only one natural satellite. It is called the Moon. The natural satellites of other planets are also fondly called moons of those planets. Mercury and Venus are the only planets with no moons. Jupiter has the highest number of moons in our solar system. It has over 60 moons. In conclusion, the solar system is the system of the Sun. It comprises the Sun, which is the main object, and at the center of the system, the planets, the dwarf planets, asteroids, Kuiper Belt objects, comets, moons of the planets, and so on. In the next classes, we will be learning about each of these objects in greater depth. See you then.